door if you need anything.
Yes, thanks.
You know, I've always liked this place. It's got a nice, woody sort of feel, you know?
Yeah, it's,
Is something wrong?
No, it's, well, I was on my way to the lab today, and my password wasn't working. I don't know, maybe the lock's getting old. I mean, uranium does have a shelf life, but would you know what's anything about that?
Oh, God. Look, Clarence. Well, we've been working together, what, 7 years now?
Something like that.
Yeah, exactly. And in that time, we've had a lot of just great experiences together.
What are you saying?
Jesus. Look, I feel like we're going in different directions, you know?
What do you mean? I thought that I thought we kind of agreed that we belonged together, you know?
I know. I know that.
Then what?
It's hard to explain. I mean, I'm getting the feeling as if we're growing apart, you know? Like we have different goals.
What? What you're talking about? There's always been one goal. You and me together, conquering the world. What? You don't want to do that anymore with me?
No, it's not that. It's just, well, let's take our current project, for instance.
What? You mean the death ray?
Yeah, the death ray.
Well, what about it?
Well, last month when we started coming up with the idea, we agreed that we'd both be working on it. It was going to be a crowning achievement, a perfect union between science and superstition.
Well, isn't it?
That's the thing, Clarence. No, it isn't. Ever since you rubbed my formula off the board this weekend, you've been totally dominating the creative process.
No, I have not. Look, the only reason I wiped off your part of the board was it was just filled with all that alchemical gibberish.
Oh, to hell it was!
Look, the flux capacitor went up 15%. 15% since I did those revisions. It's better this way, really.
You know what you did? You've taken our masterpiece and completely whitewashed all of the supernatural elements.
Look, I am more than happy to include your spooky mumbo jumbo. But let's be honest. The condenser coils are operating just fine without your Aztec mummy bones. Thank you very much.
Bah! I'm starting to question whether this is a death ray at all.
What?
It is just a common laser.
It can level an entire city in a single blast. How is that not a death ray?
It's pretty fucking simple, okay? A laser is just concentrated light. A death ray is concentrated death.
That doesn't even make any sense.
How does that not make sense? All we have to do is capture one tortured soul and then build the rest from there. I mean, that's the whole point of the bones.
I've already proven that there's no such thing as a soul. If you'd ever look at the board, you'd know that.
This is just like you, always disregarding everything I have to say.
You know what? If you don't like it, why don't you go talk to that homunculus of yours?
Okay, it's pronounced homunculus, genius.
I don't need to take this kind of crap from a fucking witch doctor. You think you're so easy to live with? I'm trying to bring the world down to its knees. And what are you doing? You're running around brewing homunculuses and carving pentagrams into the walls. Did you ever even think of the property values?
What? Who the hell are you to judge? I'm not the one who's keeping his dead wife's brain alive in a tank for the past decade. Let the past pass already.
Oh, Alan. You just crossed a line.
Oh, I crossed the line? Well, whoop-de-fucking-do. Because as far as I'm concerned, we are done professionally. It's every would-be god emperor for himself.
Oh, who's the big bad mad scientist now? Good luck flying solo. I'm sure that your dream army of massive, mindless clay automatons will be firebombed within a week after the military gets through with them. And you know what? Out of the ashes, when you're locked away in some little sanitarium, who's gonna be firebombing up and down the western seaboard? Me! And my death ray!
Okay, let me
I'm
just...
sorry, but I'm going to have to ask you gentlemen to quiet
Silence!
This is a private conversation, and it is none of your business.
down. There are other people in here trying to enjoy their meals. I don't want to have to ask you to leave.
Oh, no? And what if we refuse?
Please don't make this any harder than it has to be. I don't want to have to call the cops.
Let them come! Do you have any idea the powers that you're tampering with? The laws of man mean nothing to the likes of us. Good and evil, these concepts are completely meaningless. You trifling, petty humans and your toy guns. You're just like flies nipping at the heels of titans.
Jesus!
Fucking gnat. What?
What are we doing here?
What?
I mean, here we are, bickering about every little idiosyncrasy of every scheme. I mean, is it wrong that we butt heads occasionally? I mean, is that bad?
Not at all.
I mean, is it wrong that we're so passionate about what we do?
Exactly. I mean, is it wrong to have ambition?
Not at all.
So what if we have different ways about going about things?
Yeah, variety is the spice of life.
Yes!
Exactly. Jeez, I'm sorry about bringing up your wife, man. That was pretty low.
I'm sorry I called you a witch doctor.
I mean, I guess I just lost sight of what's really important.
And that is?
Conquering the world. Yeah, that's gonna happen.
That's a thing. It's a thing now.
Oh, God.
We have fun.
Yeah, we do.
Stopping.